Have you ever watched your grandkids run around, full of energy, and thought to yourself, I wish I had that kind of stamina? It's a feeling many of us can relate to as we age. We see the youthful energy in the next generation, and it reminds us of a time when we too were running around without a care in the world. As much as we want to stay healthy and active, there's something about watching kids grow that can remind us just how important it is to support their development. But here's something you might not have thought about. The nutrients that help kids grow aren't always the same ones that adults prioritize. In fact, there are several crucial nutrients that, despite their importance, often go unnoticed by parents and caregivers when planning their children's diets. These nutrients are essential for growth, development, and overall well-being. And as someone who may be looking after or spending time with young ones, it's important to know where to find these nutrients so that you can help them grow strong and healthy, just like you once did. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 often overlooked nutrients that are absolutely essential for growing kids. These nutrients support everything from brain development to bone strength, and many parents may not even realize their kids are missing out on them. What's even better is that we'll also look at where you can find these nutrients in natural, wholesome foods, so there's no need to worry about supplements. You don't need to be a dietitian to make sure the little ones in your life are getting what they need. Let's dive in and get started with our first important nutrient. The first nutrient I want to talk about is one that's so vital for a child's growth but is often underappreciated: magnesium. This mineral plays a major role in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, and it's especially important for kids because it supports healthy muscle and nerve function, helps build strong bones, and plays a part in energy production. Without enough magnesium, kids might experience fatigue, irritability, and even muscle cramps or weakness. The problem is, many kids don't get enough magnesium in their diets, and this can result in long-term developmental concerns. So where can you find magnesium naturally? Fortunately, it's not hard to get, especially if you're aware of the best food sources. Magnesium can be found in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. For instance, adding a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds to a salad or oatmeal is a simple way to boost magnesium levels. And, of course, leafy vegetables like spinach or kale are fantastic sources, which can be easily incorporated into a variety of dishes. It doesn't take much to add these nutrient-rich foods into daily meals, but the payoff for growing kids is immense. Moving on to our second overlooked nutrient, let's talk about iodine. Now, iodine is something that many people associate with salt, but it's important to note that not all salt contains iodine. This nutrient is crucial for healthy thyroid function, which in turn affects metabolism, energy levels, and overall development. Without enough iodine, children can experience stunted growth, developmental delays, and even cognitive impairments. The problem is that iodine deficiency is more common than most people realize, especially in areas where the soil is deficient in iodine, meaning certain foods may not provide enough of this essential mineral. The good news is that there are plenty of natural sources of iodine if you know where to look. Sea vegetables, like seaweed, are an excellent source of iodine. For example, nori or kelp can be added to soups or snacks and provide a rich, natural supply of iodine. Other sources include dairy products like milk, yogurt, and cheese. In some areas, people might also get iodine from foods like eggs and seafood, so ensuring your little ones eat a varied diet with these items can help prevent deficiency. Both magnesium and iodine are vital to a child's development, but they often go unnoticed. So next time you're helping to prepare meals or snacks for the kids, think about how you can easily incorporate these nutrients into their meals. Whether it's a sprinkle of seaweed on a salad, a side of roasted sweet potatoes, or even a handful of almonds in a trail mix, you can make a big difference in how they grow and feel. Now that we've covered 2 essential nutrients, let's talk about something else that's often overlooked in a child's diet: vitamin K2. While vitamin K1, which is found in leafy greens, gets more attention, K2 plays an equally crucial role in the body, especially in bone health. This vitamin is necessary for the proper utilization of calcium, helping to direct it to the bones and teeth rather than allowing it to build up in soft tissues, which can lead to other health problems. Many people are surprised to learn that kids, just like adults, need plenty of vitamin K2 to build strong, healthy bones as they grow. So where can we find this often overlooked vitamin? The richest source of K2 is fermented foods, like natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans. While natto may not be the most familiar food to many people, it can still be an excellent option to introduce. Other fermented foods, such as sauerkraut and certain cheeses, also provide vitamin K2. For those less familiar with these types of foods, there are also animal-based sources like grass-fed meats, dairy, and eggs, particularly from pasture-raised animals. Adding a bit of cheese to a sandwich or using some fermented veggies as a side dish can be a simple and tasty way to make sure kids are getting enough vitamin K2. Now, we've discussed magnesium, iodine, and vitamin K2, three essential nutrients that might not always get the attention they deserve. But there are still three more to cover, and each of them plays a critical role in your child's health and development. So, let's move forward and take a closer look at the next set of nutrients that are equally important in helping kids grow strong and healthy. We'll talk about them in the next part of the video. Stay tuned. Now that we've talked about magnesium, iodine, and vitamin K2, let's shift our focus to another nutrient that many people tend to overlook when planning meals for growing kids: zinc. This mineral is absolutely essential for healthy immune function, growth, and development, but it's one of those nutrients that doesn't always get the attention it deserves. Zinc helps with cell division, DNA synthesis, and protein synthesis, which are all crucial processes as children grow. It also plays a role in wound healing, immune defense, and even taste and smell. A zinc deficiency can cause a variety of issues for kids, from weakened immunity and delayed growth to hair loss or even a diminished sense of taste. You may have even heard of zinc being used to boost the immune system, especially in the context of fighting off colds or infections. So, it's easy to see how important it is for your little ones to get enough of this vital mineral. The good news is that zinc is found in a variety of whole foods, so there's no need for any special supplements. Good sources of zinc include meat, shellfish, legumes like beans and lentils, nuts and seeds, and whole grains. For example, you could try offering kids a bean chili, adding chickpeas to a salad, or serving roasted pumpkin seeds as a snack. Red meat, like beef, and seafood such as oysters or crab, are particularly high in zinc, though if your kids aren't fans of these foods, there are plenty of plant-based sources to turn to. Now, let's talk about vitamin D. If there's one nutrient that's been getting more attention in recent years, it's vitamin D, and for good reason. Vitamin D is essential for bone health, as it helps the body absorb calcium, which we all know is crucial for strong bones and teeth. But vitamin D also plays a role in immune function, brain development, and even reducing inflammation in the body. It's one of those nutrients that many kids, and adults too, might not be getting enough of, especially during the winter months when sunlight is scarce. And because vitamin D is not naturally present in many foods, it can be a little tricky to ensure adequate intake without being mindful. So, where can we get vitamin D naturally? First and foremost, sunlight is one of the best sources. When your skin is exposed to the sun, it produces vitamin D naturally. However, many of us don't get enough sun exposure, especially in the colder months or if we live in areas with limited sunlight. That's why it's important to turn to food sources that contain vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are great sources. Cod liver oil, if you can get kids to take it, is a super rich source as well. For those who aren't fans of fish, fortified dairy products, eggs, and even some plant-based milks can provide a good dose of vitamin D. Just keep in mind that while supplements are an option, natural food sources are always the best way to go if possible. Let's move on to another nutrient that plays a crucial role in brain development and overall health: omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are a type of healthy fat that are absolutely essential for kids' brain function and development. These fats are involved in the growth of nerve cells and play a role in improving memory, focus, and mood. In fact, research has shown that omega-3 fatty acids are critical for cognitive development, and children who are deficient in them may experience problems with attention, behavior, and learning. Now, you might be wondering, Where can we find these important omega-3s? Well, the best sources come from fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are rich in two types of omega-3s, EPA and DHA, that are essential for brain health. But what if your kids aren't huge fans of fish? Don't worry, there are other options. You can try introducing chia seeds, flax seeds, or walnuts into their diet. These plant-based sources contain ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, which the body can convert into EPA and DHA, though the conversion rate isn't as high. Still, these are great alternatives that can easily be added to smoothies, oatmeal, or even baked goods. Omega-3s are also found in algae, and some fortified foods like certain brands of eggs and milk now contain omega-3s. So, let's recap a little. We've covered zinc, vitamin D, and omega-3s, three nutrients that support a variety of important functions in growing kids, from immune function to brain development. Ensuring that children get enough of these nutrients is crucial, and the good news is, with a little planning and creativity, it's easy to incorporate these foods into their meals. Now that we've covered some of the essential nutrients, we're almost at the finish line. There's just one more nutrient to discuss, one that can have a big impact on how kids feel and grow. It's often overlooked but incredibly important. Stay with me as we dive into the final nutrient, one that can truly make a world of difference. We've talked about magnesium, iodine, vitamin K2, zinc, vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acids, the essential nutrients that are often overlooked in kids' diets. But there's still one more nutrient that plays a key role in helping children grow strong and healthy. This final nutrient is one that's often missing from many children's diets, yet it can have a profound impact on their overall health and well-being. I'm talking about vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for a number of important bodily functions, especially for children. It's vital for healthy vision, immune system function, and even for maintaining healthy skin. Perhaps most importantly, vitamin A supports cell growth, which is especially important during periods of rapid development, like childhood. It also plays a role in the growth and differentiation of cells that make up the skin, eyes, and organs, which is why a deficiency can lead to poor growth, weakened immunity, and vision problems, like night blindness. Now, you might be wondering, how can you make sure your little ones are getting enough vitamin A in their diets? Well, there's some good news. Vitamin A is naturally found in two forms: preformed vitamin A, which is found in animal-based foods like liver, eggs, and dairy, and provitamin A carotenoids, which are found in plant-based foods, particularly colorful fruits and vegetables. The most well-known carotenoid is beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. So, encouraging your kids to eat a variety of colorful, plant-based foods is a great way to make sure they're getting enough of this vital nutrient. Some of the best sources of vitamin A include sweet potatoes, carrots, spinach, kale, and other dark leafy greens. Fruits like mangoes, apricots, and cantaloupe are also rich in beta-carotene. And don't forget about red bell peppers and butternut squash, they are packed with this nutrient as well. If your kids love smoothies, you can sneak in some spinach or kale, and pair it with fruits like mango or banana for a sweet, vitamin-packed drink. Adding a bit of grated carrot or sweet potato to a muffin mix is another easy way to incorporate vitamin A into their meals without them even noticing. It's amazing how these vibrant, colorful foods not only make meals more appetizing for kids but also ensure they're getting the nutrients they need for growth and development. And just like that, we've covered all 6 of the most overlooked nutrients for growing kids: magnesium, iodine, vitamin K2, zinc, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin A. Each one of these nutrients plays a key role in ensuring that children develop properly, have strong immune systems, and lead healthy lives. As we wrap up, it's important to remember that these nutrients aren't difficult to find. Many of them are present in everyday foods. By making small, simple changes to your child's diet, you can help ensure they get the nutrients they need to grow strong and healthy. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight, but with a little thought and creativity, you can easily incorporate nutrient-rich foods into their meals. Whether it's adding more leafy greens to a salad, including a handful of seeds in a snack, or tossing in some colorful vegetables to a casserole, the options are endless. At the end of the day, we all want the best for the kids in our lives, whether they're our grandkids, nieces, nephews, or even children in our extended family. Providing them with a balanced, nutrient-rich diet sets them up for success and helps them thrive as they grow. So next time you're preparing meals or snacks for your little ones, keep these nutrients in mind and get creative with how you can incorporate them into their diet. Remember, small changes can make a big difference in your child's health and happiness, and as caregivers, we have the power to help set them up for a bright future. If you found this video helpful, please feel free to share it with others who might benefit from it. And, of course, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more tips and information on healthy living. Thank you for watching, and here's to supporting the next generation as they grow strong, healthy, and happy. Together, we can help them thrive, one nutrient at a time. Here's to living your best life at any age, and helping others do the same.